Just outside of Moab lies one of the most scenic 4x4 trails in all of Utah. Completing this trail requires summiting a 6,000-foot mountain pass, navigating tight shelf roads with huge drops, and climbing up and over numerous obstacles. And all of this leads up to the namesake of this trail, the infamous Chicken Corners, where, the story goes, only the brave dare skirt along the cliff edge at an especially narrow section of trail 500 feet above the Colorado River. So, would we make it to the end, or would we chicken out? Stick around and find out. What's going on, everybody? Today is the day that I am super excited for because we are going to tackle Chicken Corners. It's a trail that I have wanted to do for a couple years since seeing it, and today is the day. So we just pulled off to the side of the road here. We're just grabbing some drinks and getting ready for the trip up Hurray Pass, which is right here, and then that will turn into Chicken Corners. Our plan is to split this into 2 days. So we're going to start Chicken Corners today. We're going to find a spot to camp, and then we'll finish it tomorrow morning. This is supposed to be a super scenic trail. So come along and we'll see what it looks like. Before reaching the beginning of Chicken Corners Trail, we first needed to make the steep climb up to Hurray Pass. At nearly 5,000 feet of elevation and overlooking the Colorado River Canyon below, the views were breathtaking. Although with plenty of narrow shelf roads to navigate, my focus stayed firmly on the road. Cresting the top of the pass marked the official beginning of the Chicken Corners Trail, which brought with it an increase in trail difficulty, making for some really fun driving.
Turn driver a little. Okay. Hold that line. Yep. Good job.
Well, we've made it to camp for the night. We turned off of the Chicken Corners Trail to check out Catacomb Rock and the Wind Caves, which are right behind me here. And the wind, speaking of wind, has started to pick up. It is really starting to blow now. In fact, tomorrow there are gusts of up to 50 miles an hour in the forecast. And so we wanted to try and find a campsite that was a little bit tucked in, and this is a little bit tucked into the rocks and a little bit sheltered from the wind. So hopefully that will lead to an okay night of camping, but we'll see. If it's a disaster, you will hear about it. You can kind of walk through some of these caves, so we're going to explore a little bit as well. Walk through the caves, see what we see before we settle down for the evening.
All right, so Jeff and I decided to explore a bit near camp, and apparently there are some caves to check out, and I realized that, per usual, we forgot a headlamp or light source.
idiot.
So we're about to go into some dark caves and not be able to see anything. Let's see how this goes.
So, what'd you think of the wind caves?
I thought the wind caves were pretty cool. There's like an elaborate little maze of tunnels through it. And it was actually pretty cool to see some of the cracks up at the top. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, glad we got to explore this.
Yeah, the rays of light shining in, and there's all kinds of little nooks and crannies you can crawl in. And as Christine mentioned, as per usual, we did not bring a light source. I don't know why. We do this every time we get explore. It's like, let's go explore a dark cave, but let's make sure we don't bring a flashlight or a headlamp or any sort of light. So we only went in a little ways, but yeah, this is super cool. If you're in the area, this is definitely a stop worth doing along Chicken Corners, I would say. So yeah,
sure.
Now I think it's time to go back to camp and just relax for a bit. Give you a little tour around our camp and show you how we set our camp up when we're dealing with high winds. So we've kind of done everything we can at this point. The first thing we did was we set up camp where we are tucked in behind these rocks. So the wind is coming this way. So we're as protected as we can be in this spot. We tucked the tent in behind the rocks, and then we backed the truck up to kind of create an extra windbreak. Then, in order to stake down the tent, I used the largest rocks that I could possibly carry. So we've got rocks on all four corners. And so basically, we've done everything we can to set ourselves up for success tonight. The wind is not terrible right now, but it is predicted to have gusts of up to 50 miles an hour tomorrow. So if that happens overnight, we want to make sure that we are generally set up right. And then there's Corey, who has set up his tent in the worst possible way that you could for a wedge style tent, but he doesn't care because I think he just got nuked by the sun and the driving today. He was like, I'm gonna take a nap, and he's been asleep for like 4 hours. So I don't know, I think he's still alive, but we should probably check. But anyway, just a little tour to show you how we manage the wind when we're at camp. I think we're just gonna make a super simple dinner so we don't have to cook anything tonight, and just call it a night and finish Chicken Corners tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. Even if it's windy, I don't care, because I'm really, really excited to finish Chicken Corners. It's been a great trail so far, a little bit technical, really fun, and the scenery is beautiful. The Colorado River is just running right behind us here, and the sun's starting to set, so should be a great relaxing evening here at camp, and we'll pick things up tomorrow.
People can see your massive sleeping bag. This is why we don't have a gazelle tent yet.
It's very, big.
Yeah, it's pretty good size. It's good size.
As predicted, the morning greeted us with strong, gusting winds, and so we hurriedly packed up camp and got an early start back onto the Chicken Corners Trail, hoping to finish it before the weather got any worse. All right, we've made it to the point where Chicken Corners goes that way and Lockhart Basin goes that way, and so we're gonna go that way, and there's a sign here with all these chickens, presumably signifying Chicken Corners. But pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the Mojave Road mailbox where there was a bunch of frogs kind of out in the middle of nowhere for no reason. I think maybe kind of a similar situation here. People just bring chickens and leave them right here on the sign. So anyway, we'll see what the rest of the trail has. We're going to go that way and should be at the infamous Chicken Corner or Corners pretty soon here. And we'll see how sketchy they really are.
All right, so we just made it to Chicken Corners and we're gonna check it out and see just how scary this corner is. Hanging out the window. That was fun.
Having conquered the infamous and, by our estimation, rather tame Chicken Corners, the views of the Colorado River below us got better with each passing minute as we neared the end of the trail.
We made it to the end. Let's see what this is all about. Ooh, view here is amazing. Let me show you. Cool.
All right, well, we've made it as far as the trucks can go, so this is the official end of the Chicken Corners Trail, but we have not made it as far as we can go because we can walk out along this ledge. And so that's what we're going to do right now, or at least that's what I'm going to do right now, and see what these views are like out over the edge. But it is beautiful up here. The view of the Colorado River below us is stunning. The trail itself has been a lot of fun. A little bit of rocks, a little bit of sand, a little bit of ledges, a little bit of slow rock crawling, a little bit of faster sections. We've got a little bit of everything, basically. And yeah, real fun time. Definitely keeps you paying attention to what you're doing. But anyway, let's check out this ledge. Certainly would not want to slip here. Pretty narrow spot there with the ledge right there. So yeah, definitely a narrow little walking path. And definitely need to watch your step. That is for sure. One wrong step, we no more. Ooh, this is narrow. Here we are. This is as far as we go. Look at the view. Making it to the trail's end felt like a special kind of triumph, as our arrival here marked not only the completion of Chicken Corners, but also signified the end of what had been an incredible 2-week overland traverse through this otherworldly place known as Utah. If you've made it this far, then we want to say thank you so much for coming along on this adventure. We appreciate all of your support and kind words of encouragement, as they truly make a difference, and they provide us with the motivation to film our travels and to put in the countless hours of work it takes to edit and compile videos like these. And if you've enjoyed our journey but aren't subscribed to the channel yet, we'd love it if you did. So, where to next? Well, I suppose you'll have to stay tuned to find out.